Hello, Chanakyans of grade 6. I'm Priyanka. Welcome back to the video session. In this video, we are going to revise the lessons which we learned so far. Okay, in your civics, you learned unit 1 and 2. You learned unit 1 and 2. So, in this, we are going to revise both the units. Okay, so what is the first chapter from your unit 1? That is understanding diversity. Second chapter, diversity and discrimination. Third chapter, what is government? Fourth, key elements of a democratic government. So these are the four chapters we learnt in your civics unit 1 and 2. Shall we move on to the revision part? Yes. First, see, in this unit 1, you learnt understanding diversity as first chapter, isn't it? Yes. So, in this first chapter, understanding diversity, you learnt about understanding diversity, making new friends from diverse backgrounds, how diversity enriches our lives, diversity in India, how do we explain the diversity and unity in diversity? So, when you learn this lesson, some points you have to remember. Let me tell you some points which you have to be remember. Fine. So, point to remember. In India, every region has its own distinct art forms, isn't it? Yes. These art forms are a product of diverse cultures, geography, flora, fauna, and history, customs, and belief of the people. Okay. Diversity is defined as difference in race, heritage, art, architecture, cuisine, customs, beliefs, physical appearance, and mental capabilities, etc. Isn't it? It will differs from one to another, isn't it? Yes, it is more than just tolerating differences. It is more than that, just tolerating differences. Migration of people is an important cause of intermixing of culture, diverse religion and diverse culture. Okay, they are important causes of intermixing of culture, diverse religion and diverse culture. Is it clear? Next, India's diversity has been counted as a source of its strength. Source of its strength. During the struggle of independence, people from different religion, culture, and religion collectively participated and opposed the British rule. So, as we in a chapter we learned that the people in the early stage they are not accept, they haven't accept the rules and the policies which is given by the British government, isn't it? They oppose the laws. Yes, we can learn about different societies by watching plays and movies about different groups, isn't it? Yes, by reading different magazines and by listening to different radios station. Okay, by listening radios and by watching plays or movies we can understand some different societies. Communal riots means people fighting in the name of religion. Okay, which means people fighting in the name of religion. Is it clear, children? Children, next let's see very short answers. This is nothing but the 1 mark. Okay, the first one, where is Ladakh situated? Where is Ladakh situated? The answer, eastern part of Jammu and Kashmir. Jammu and Kashmir. Second, what is the nature of people in the cities? The answer, generous and intelligent. Third one, Which are the two major languages spoken by the Indians? Answer: Hindi and English. Next, what do you mean by natural hazards? Answer: terrifying forces of nature. Terrifying forces of nature. Next, sixth one, the boat race is an important part of the Dash festival which is celebrated in Dash. The answers are: the boat race is an important part of the Onam festival which is celebrated in Kerala. Okay, next. What do you mean by China Wala? What do you mean by China Wala? Answer: fishing net. Next. Why did the Britishers think that they could divide Indians easily? Answer: diversity in culture and religion. So they decided to divide the Indians easily. Why? Because of the diversity in culture and religion. Next, how does historical and geographical factors influence the diversity of a region? The answer is: the food, the clothes, and the occupation of the people. Okay, next. How does the climate of Ladakh affect the growth of crops? The answer: crops does not grow because of the lack of rainfall. Because of lack of rainfall, it will not grow properly. Next, let's see the short answers. Why India is called a secular state? Why India is called a secular state? The answer: people of different religions and faith have freedom to practice and follow their religions. Okay, this is why India is called secular state. Next, define diversity. Define diversity. Diversity means variety and being different. It is a product of different geography, culture, and history. Next, what does diversity add to our lives? The answer: diversity adds a lot of things in human lives. Diversity in the form of clothes, food, festivals, and languages becomes the part of our lives. So, in our day to day life, the neighbors or the people whom we are meeting are not equal, isn't it? Even they have their own style and they have own uh, practice of following their religions, isn't it? Yes. Next, define political inequality. Answer: political inequality is where people are not given the voting rights, freedom of speech and assembly, freedom to contest election, and so on. Okay, yes. Next, what is a famine? Mention any two great famines of India. The answer: famine is a phenomenon in which usually associated with crop failure. The two great famines that India experienced were the first Bengal famine, that is on 1770, and the second Bengal famine of 1943. Okay. Does the climate of Ladakh suitable for agriculture? Explain. The answer: no. The climate of Ladakh is not suitable for agriculture. The region receives very less rainfall and is covered by snow for a long part of the year. Next, What is the meaning of inequality? Give two examples. The answer: the lack of equality. Inequality means the lack of equality. For example, the growing inequality between rich and poor. The caste system is another example of inequality. Next, let's see the discuss the economy of Ladakh. Discuss the economy of Ladakh. The answer is: the Ladakh economy traditionally been based on the small farms and on herding. Okay, the economy of Ladakh is stable and self-reliant agricultural economy. Is it clear? Next, let's discuss long answers. How do we explain diversity? The answer: the concept of diversity includes acceptance and respect. It means understanding that each individual is unique and recognizing our individual differences. These can be along the dimension of race, ethnicity, gender, sexual orientation, socio-economic status, age, physical abilities, religious and political beliefs, or other ideologies. Okay, it is the exploration of these differences in a safe, positive, and nurturing nurturing environment. Okay, why Kerala is called the land of coconuts? What products are made out of core in Kerala? The answer: the state Kerala derives from Malayalam word Kera, meanings the coconut palm, and alam, meanings the place. Coconut forms a part of their daily diet. Okay, core is an important eco-friendly material and is obtained from the coconut husk. Kerala is considered to be the largest producer of core. Products such as flooring, mats, carpets, wall hangings, and bags are made from core fiber. Is it clear? Yes. Next, let's move on to the second chapter, that is diversity and discrimination. Under this lesson, you learned differences and prejudice, creating stereotypes, inequality and discrimination, on being discriminated against, the caste system, the last, striving for equality. Is it clear? Yes. So, in this lesson, you have to remember certain points, isn't it? Yes, let's discuss certain points you should be remembered. The first one: diversity in India is main source of prejudice and discrimination. Lack of tolerance to differences lead to conflict in society, and thus diversity is not always celebrated. Okay, when our opinions about certain people are always negative, these become prejudice. Okay, discrimination is when someone are treated worse because of gender, race, disability, color, and nationality, and religion and age. Okay, economic disparities between rich and poor results in exploitation and discrimination against poor. Economic disparities between rich and poor results in exploitation and discrimination against poor. Is it clear? Yes. Next, diversity means variety and being different. Variety and being different. It is respecting and understanding the varying difference among individuals in society. So we have to respect the difference of other people. Gender discrimination refers to discrimination between girls and boys. Indian constitution does not force people to give up their personal beliefs, languages or cultural practices. Okay, people are free to choose their jobs and occupations. Government jobs are open to all kind of people. Okay, respect for diversity is a significant element in ensuring equality. Is it clear, children? Yes. Next, let's see very short answers. First one, dash acts as an obstacle towards an individual's development. The answer, stereotypes. The answer is stereotypes. Second one, Mahars were the earliest settlers in. The answer, Maharashtra. Mahars were the earliest settlers in Maharashtra. Next, name a source of discrimination. The answer, diversity. Next, when do we celebrate the World Disability Day? Answer, December 3rd. Next, name the four main caste system according to Indian Varna system. The answer, Brahmin, Shastriya, Vaishya and Shudra. Okay, these are the four caste system. Sixth one, where do the Hinduism, Jainism, Buddhism and Sikhism originated? The answer, India. Next, the word Varna is used in dash philosophy. The answer, Hindu. Next, Mahars are an important social group in the state of dash. The answer, Maharashtra. Next, what is the meaning of the word Dalit? The answer, broken. The last one, name the constitutional term for Dalits. The answer, scheduled caste. Next, short answers. Define stereotypes. The answer, a fixed image given to a person not subject to change. Okay, so stereotype means before knowing about the person you might have think some imaginary or subject, isn't it, about the particular person. That is called stereotype, a fixed image given to a person not subject to change. Next, state the main reason behind Muslim girls not attending school. The answer, reasons for Muslim girls not attending the schools are early marriages and poverty. Next, list all the things that make people prejudice of others. The answer, people's religious beliefs, their color, accent and dress makes people prejudice of others. Fine. Next, what is the important element of our unity? The answer, the important element of our unity is that we all live together peacefully and respect one another in all the spheres of life. Okay. Next, is there any national commission that protect the minorities from discrimination? Mention the important function of the commission. The answer is yes. The National Human Rights Commission of India is one such commission that works for the protection of human rights. Okay, the commission inquires into a petition presented to it by a victim or any person on his behalf into complaint of violation of human rights or negligence in the prevention of such violation by a public servant. Okay, children, next let's see long answers. Explain briefly the caste system in India. The answer: India has a hierarchical caste system in the society. So there are so many castes in India, isn't it? Yes. The Indian term for caste is jati, which generally designates a group varying in size from a handful to many thousands. There are thousands of such jatis, and each has its distinctive rules and customs. Okay, varna, the meaning of varna is color. So the varna refers to the ancient and somewhat idle fourfold divisions of the Hindu society. Let us see the fourfold divisions. Okay, the first one, the Brahmins, which means the priestly and learned class. Second one, the Shastriyas, the warriors and rulers. Third one, the Vaishyas, farmers and merchants. The last one, Sadras, which means peasants and laborers. Understand? Yes. The caste system was born and maintained by the Brahmins, the priestly class. Okay. They are the ones to get more advantage from it. Next, explain the right against exploitation. Explain the right against exploitation. The answer: our constitution prohibits beggar and other forms of forced labors, isn't it? Yes. It also prohibits selling and buying of human beings. According to this, human trafficking, which means buying and selling of human, okay, is a criminal offense. It is a criminal offense. No one has the right to force another individual to work for him without adequate wages and compensation. Is it okay? Yes. Next, how the stereotype thinking that girls are burden on their parents affects the life of a daughter. The answer: the stereotype thinking that girls are a burden on their parents affects the life of a daughter right from their birth to their marriage. Okay, so in early days, what they did, when they have a girl child, they'll start killing. Okay, they are treated as temporary member by their family members. They are not treated equally with boys. They are not given adequate opportunities to go to school or make progress. Okay, even in the ancestral property, no rights are received from them. Okay, no rights are received from them. Okay, so in early days, the properties of a family member is only for the boy. Okay, not for only for their sons, not for their daughters. Okay, next. Let's see Unit 2, that is your third chapter. What is government? So, under this chapter, we learnt about levels of government, laws and the government, types of government, and democratic government. Okay, these are the topic we discussed. Okay, the next point to remember. So in this lesson you have to remember certain points. Okay, let's discuss what are those. Life without government would be very difficult, isn't it? So if there is no government, it will not be function properly. The society will not function properly. Government makes rules that help people to live together peacefully. Okay, there are three levels on which government works. There are how many levels in government can work? Three levels. They are national, state and local level. Okay, India is a representative democracy where people are eligible to vote, elect representatives and make decisions on their behalf. Okay, a rule of conduct established and enforced by the authority. Legislation or custom of a given community and state or nation is called as law. Okay, it is both the responsibility of the government and citizen to uphold the integrity of the uphold the integrity of the laws. Is it clear, children? Yes. Democracy is a form of government run by elected representatives who hold the decision making power. The people, the representative who is elected by the people will hold the power. Okay, it can be classified into direct and indirect democracy. It can be classified into two. They are direct and indirect democracy. Is it clear, children? Yes. Next, let's see remaining points. Direct democracy means it is regarded as a pure democracy. It is regarded as a pure democracy. A direct democracy is a political system in which all citizens are allowed to influence policy by means of a direct vote. By voting directly, they are taking part in this direct democracy. It is applicable in Switzerland. Indirect democracy, it is a term which is used as a means of government by the people through elected representatives who make decisions on their behalf. Okay, every person who is above the age of 18 years is eligible to vote without any discrimination on the basis of caste, color, creed, or sex. Okay, a monarchy consists of rule by a king or queen. So in early days there was monarchy consist, isn't it? Yes. A monarchy consists of rule by a king or queen. Sometimes a king is called an emperor. It is a government with a hereditary head of a state. It can be classified into two, that is, absolute and constitutional monarchy. Okay, yes. Next, let's see the mind map. So, in this lesson, what are the topics we learned? What is government? Okay, under what is government lesson, we saw introduction, types of government, level of government, and law and government, isn't it? Yes, and then we saw the glossary. So in types of government, two types of government, they are democracy and monarchy. Okay, and then a level of government, how many levels are there? We learned three levels. They are national level, state level and local level. Okay, the last one, law and government, how it functions, we saw in this lesson. The glossaries for this lesson is women's suffrage, franchise, government, tsunami, representative democracy. Okay? Yes. Next, let's see very short answers. So, children, I have told you clearly the book back exercise are not discussed in this because already everything are given, isn't it? Yes. Only the extra questions are discussed here. So it is very important to listen because you will have so many extra questions, even very short answers, also short answers and long answers. Okay. You have to learn this as well as the a book back exercise. Understand? Yes. Fine. Next, let's see very short answers. The first one, the elected representatives make decisions for the dash. The answer is people. Next, what are the subjects on which the state government makes laws? The answer, agriculture, irrigation, and trade and commerce. Okay. Next, what is the full form of MP? What is the full form of MP? The answer is Member of Parliament. Next, universal adult suffrage is an important device of dash. The answer, democracy. Define democracy. What is democracy? A government run by people. The next, how many level of government exist in our country? How many levels? 3 levels. Okay. Next, name the 3 levels at which government works. What are the 3 levels? They are local, state and national. Okay. Next, the parliamentary form of government exists in dash. The answer, England. In India, when a citizen turns dash, he or she can vote without any discrimination. So when they turns 18, okay. Give examples of semi presidential form of government. Give examples of a semi-presidential form of government. The answer, Russia, France and Sri Lanka. Okay. Next, a dispute regarding the election of the president is referred to the dash. The answer, Supreme Court. Okay. Next, let's see short answers. The first question, why do you think elections are recurred after a fixed period? The answer, all governments are elected for fixed periods. Election is a moment when people can sense their power in a democracy. Okay. Regular elections keep check on the power of the government and leaders. Is it clear? Yes, the elections make leaders and parties responsible to the public for their work and performance. Understand? Yes. Explain the role of government in our lives. Okay, what is the role of government in our lives? The answer, the way our country has to run is being determined by the government. So how it should run will be determined by the government. At each and every level, government makes laws that citizens have to comply. Okay. Government formulate and implement policies and programs for the socio-economic development of the nation, and those directly or indirectly affects our daily life. The laws which is given by the government may affect our life directly or indirectly. Is it clear? Yes. Next, does government affects your daily life? How? The answer, the government affects our daily life in the following ways. So what are those ways? The first one, build roads and schools, isn't it? So the road and all will be built by the government, isn't it? Yes, to reduce the price of things, supply of electricity, running of postal services, The last one, railways services. Railways services. Understand? Yes. The next one, what is women's suffrage? What is women's suffrage? The answer, elections. The term women's suffrage refers to women's right to vote by law in national and local elections. Is it clear? See the next one. Write a short note on monarchy. Write a short note on monarchy. The answer, a monarchy has either a king or a queen. A monarchy has either a king or a queen. A monarch is not an elected person but get power hereditarily. Okay, they will get the power hereditarily. In some traditional monarchies, the monarch has supreme power. The monarch have supreme power. Next, let's discuss about the long answer. What are the main features of a democratic country? What are the main features of a democratic country? The answer, the main features of a democratic country are: people have the power to elect their representative to form and run the government, isn't it? Yes, they are electing the representative and also to take decision on their behalf, and also to take decision on their behalf. Then the competitive elections are held at regular intervals. They will be held in the regular intervals. So what is the interval for one election to the next? 5 years, isn't it? Yes. There is a separation of powers between the three organs of the state. How many organs of the state? Three organs of the state, that is legislature, executive, and judiciary. Okay, and judiciary. Next, freedom of speech and expression. Freedom of speech and expression. Fundamental rights are enjoyed by its citizens. Fundamental rights are enjoyed by its citizens. Effective participation of the people in the decision making process. Okay. Yes. Next. Democracy is a better form of government. Example, the forms of government like monarchy and dictatorship of a military or of a political party, the rural or group wields supreme power and people have no remedy against its misuse. Okay, they will not be having any remedy against this misuse. There is no individual freedom of speech or expression to the people. Okay, on the other hand, in a democratic system, the people have rights to participate in the working of the government, and the government is accountable to the people. The government is accountable to the people. Is it clear, children? Yes. Next, let's see key elements of a democratic government. Key elements of a democratic government. Under this chapter, you learnt about injustice against non-whites in South Africa, participating in the democratic process of the country, and different levels of participating in the democracy of the country, and conflicts resolution. The last, equality and justice. Okay, let's see the points which you have to be remembered. The first one, the people are playing an important role in the proper functioning of the democratic government. So in this democratic government, people are the main role. People playing the main role, which includes the election as well as the working and decision making responsibilities of the government. Okay, in a democratic country, people cast their vote to elect a representative, to elect a representative. They take the decision on behalf of the people. The representative will take the decision on behalf of the people. Here people have the right to participate in the decision making process of the government. Okay, the people have the right to take part in the decision making process. Okay, people express their views in various ways like dharnas, rallies, strikes, and so on. Okay, so the key idea of the democratic government, it is commitment to equality and justice. It is commitment to equality and justice. Okay, conflicts occurs when people of different religions, cultures, or economic background do not get along with each other, and they use violent measures to set their conflicts. Okay, next, see, active citizenship means being aware of one's rights and responsibilities as a citizen. The responsibility of a citizen does not end with election of government. Citizens should be active and vigilant so that government does not become unresponsive and unaccountable. Okay, so every citizen should be responsible and they should be well aware of the laws and rights of theirs. Okay, they have to be well aware and well known about the rights and laws of the country and how the governments are implementing the laws. Okay, mass media informs people of various government policies and also reports public opinion on these policies. So whenever, so mass media like television, radio, and all, they play the people, they will inform the government how the responsible and how the people's opinion are. Okay, yes, police is responsible to maintain peace and security in society. The policemen are the person who need to be the responsible for the peace and security of society. Okay, let's see the mind map. So, in this lesson, key elements of democratic government, you learnt about role of the people, equality and justice, need to resolve the conflict, and role of the government. These are the topics you learned. Okay, under role of the people, you learnt about elections, isn't it? Election is the main role of a people, working of the government, social movements, and recognition to monetary, recognition to monetary. Okay, so the glossary of this lesson is justice, representatives, and democracy. Is it clear? Yes. See, very short answers. Let's discuss about very short answers. They are: the elected representatives make decisions for the dash. They make the decision for the dash. The answer: people. They'll make the decision for the people. The traditional practice of untouchability is banned by dash law. It's banned by law. India is a dash state. India is a dash state. The answer: secular state. Okay, name the river on which Krishna Sagar Dam and Metur Dam are situated. The answer: Kaveri River. Okay, next, name the first English newspaper in India. The answer is Bengal Gazettes. Bengal Gazettes. Name the state that enjoys the monarchical rules. The answer: Saudi Arabia. Okay. Election is an inevitable process of dash. Election is an inevitable process of dash. The answer: democracy. Okay. Name the party whose leader was Nelson Mandela. The answer is African National Congress. Name the place where Nelson Mandela was born. South Africa. Okay. Next, let's see short answers. What do you mean by social equality? What do you mean by social equality? The answer is it ensures that people belonging to lower castes have access to temples, jobs, and basic necessities like water. Okay, so the social equality means they should ensure whether all the group of people are getting access to temple, job, and basic necessities. Okay, how do people participate in the formation of the government? How they will participate in a democracy? The representatives, which means who form the government, the people who elected by the people, and who forms the government or elected by the people through voting in election. Okay, representatives take decisions on behalf of the people. All governments are elected for a fixed period, that is for 5 years, isn't it? That is for 5 years. Next, under which article of the Indian Constitution untouchability is banned? Article 17 of the Indian Constitution states that untouchability is abolished and its practice in any form of forbidden. The enforcement of any disability arising out of untouchability shall be an offence punishable in accordance with law. Punishable in accordance with law. Okay. Article 17 of the Indian Constitution states that untouchability is abolished and its practice in any form if forbidden. Okay, the enforcement of any disability arising out of untouchability shall be an offence punishable in accordance with law. Okay. Next, does parliamentary democracy allows people to organize movement? The answer, yes. It allows people to participate by organizing themselves into social movements that seek to challenge the government and its functioning. Government and its functioning. Next, explain the concept of universal adult franchise. The answer, right to vote is a bedrock of a democratic system. It should be equally available to all. Citizens cast their vote at a regular interval. So, what is regular interval? What period is the regular interval? That is 5 years, isn't it? Yes. The Constitution of India has introduced universal adult franchise. All the adults above the age of 18 years, irrespective of their caste, color, and or sex, are entitled to participate in the election. They should participate in the, no matter whether they are from which caste or which color or which sex, they should be they should participate in the election. Okay. When South Africa became a democratic country, when did election held and who declared as the winner of election? Okay, the answer, South Africa became a democratic country in 1994. The country's first non racial election held on April 26, 28, that is on 1994, resulting in the victory of Nelson Mandela as president on May 10th of 1994. Okay, who's the president those time, who got the victory? Nelson Mandela as president. Okay, yes. Next, let's see long answers. Give difference between the democratic government and a dictatorial government. Democratic government and dictatorial government. The answer is in a democratic government, either people rule themselves or they are ruled by their elected representatives. The real power is in the hands of the people. The real power is in the hands of people. In a dictational form of government, all the governmental powers are vested in the hand of one person or political party. Okay, people are not given permission to take part in the working and decision making of the government. You understood the difference of democratic government and dictatorial government? Yes. Next, explain social justice in detail. Social justice in detail. The answer: justice is defined as social, economic, and political. Okay, social justice implies that all citizens are treated equally, irrespective of their status in society, as a result of the accident of birth, race, caste, religion, sex, title, so on. Okay, however, the state may make provisions for the advancement of advancement of socially and economically backward classes of citizens. Okay, yes. Okay, children, we came to the end. In this video, we have discussed the lessons which you learned before, isn't it? Yes, I hope it will be useful for you. And one more thing, the book bag questions are not discussed in this video, only the extra questions are given. So you have to learn this extra questions as well as you have to learn the book bag. Is it clear, children? Yes. Make utilize this and stay home, stay learning, stay safe. Thank you.